Hi, Sean Hathaway here. Happy Valentine's Day and happy Friday. What a good day. I'm going to give a quick take here on Tesla. There's probably been thousands of stories in the press, but I think there's a couple angles that are kind of fun to talk about. So, real quick, as some background, Tesla was trading around $250. It was just maybe 5 months ago before their Q3 earnings. Now they are an $800 stock, close to a $150 billion company. To put that in context, I think Ford and GM combined are around 80. So they're approaching twice the size in terms of valuation than those two companies, and they are quite a bit smaller in terms of production. But it's very difficult to compare the two because Tesla is miles ahead in terms of just their progressive thinking and speed in terms of how fast they implement change and technology. So in Q4, they reported a record number of car deliveries and the second quarter in a row of positive net income and positive cash flow, which helped the stock tremendously. The piece that I like about that demonstrates kind of their speed of technology and implementation is when they just built this factory in Shanghai and are already producing Model 3s and delivering Model 3s there in just 10 months. So literally constructed the factory and started delivering cars in 10 months. Another story is the Model Y prototype was revealed, I think, in March of 2019, and now they have begun delivering Model Ys in January, or producing Model Ys in January of 2020. So again, 10 months from prototype to construction. That's going to be pretty difficult for a company like Ford or GM to replicate, but I think that the executives there are officially on notice that they need to be thinking and doing things differently. Let me talk something interesting that a lot of people don't understand. I think it's fun. Why did the stock price go up so fast? And there was a lot of talk about the shorts and the short squeeze. So kind of a sidebar here, but quick little education on what is a short. A short means that you are betting that the stock price is going to go down. And the way that works kind of mechanically is you go and borrow the stock from somebody. You're doing this through your brokerage and online and stuff, but you go borrow it in theory and you say, thank you. And then you turn around and you sell that stock. So a lot of people might have borrowed the stock when it was $300, turned around and sold it, taken the $300 and put it in their pocket. But you still owe that stock back, okay? But you're hoping it's gonna go down to like 200. You'll buy it back for 200, give it back and keep $100 in your pocket. But what really happened is after their earnings release, right? The stock's now 500, and then it goes up, trends up to like 800, even hit 900 at one point. So now you're sitting there going, oh my gee, I have to pay back this person this, I have to give back this stock, and I'm gonna have to go buy it for 800. I sold it for 300. I got a $500 difference I gotta make up. Well, your banks and the brokerages you do this through actually know that you've got that debt, and it's called a margin call. They say, whoa, you got a big debt coming, you need to go pay that back. And so what happens is everybody goes in the market, starts buying the stock, and you have the kind of squeeze on the supply of the stock, shoots the price right up. That's what's called the short squeeze, and that's what we saw happen at Tesla. Fun stuff. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of bears, people that are betting against Tesla. I don't mind seeing them lose money because I'm actually very long on Tesla. And I also think that's kind of like a negative thought process, and I'm kind of more of a positive person. So that was fun. Big news yesterday. A couple minor things to talk about here. I'll make it quick. But the big news yesterday was that now Tesla's going to sell more stock. But they said on their earnings call they don't need the money. You know, Elon Musk himself said we are selling it, or no, we are spending it as fast as we can sensibly. And don't need more. But of course, when they're sitting there after the earnings call and after saying that, and they see the stock go up to $800, they're probably like, well, I think we can raise some money at a pretty good price here. So let's go do that. I'm all for it. $2 billion, go for it. Elon's going to buy some. Larry Ellison, who's also on their board of directors, CEO, founder, of Oracle, he's going to buy 1 million. That's like you and me picking up a quarter on the street or something, you know. But whatever. Good news. I'm glad they're selling stock. I'm glad they're raising $2 billion. They got a lot of stuff they got to go do. Finally, there's talk about Elon Musk and his pay package is now coming up again because it has the potential for him to earn literally billions of dollars. I remember back in the day at Apple when Tim Cook signed like $100 million pay package or something. It just doesn't seem like that much now. So this could earn Elon basically billions of dollars. When it was signed, or agreed to, it was going to give him something like there's 12 different tranches or milestones he would need to hit to get each of those tranches, and it would give him up to like 10% of the outstanding stock at the time. But one of those is like, so he'll get basically, let's say 1% of the outstanding options to purchase 1% of the outstanding stock. I'm using big round numbers here, but he'll get that if the market cap of the company is $100 billion. So for a 6-month period, they're gonna get that. No problem. They've been there now for a month or two. So that's interesting. And you know what? I don't mind paying Elon Musk $1 billion, or $10 billion, or $50 billion, or whatever it ends up being. It could end up being $50 or $60 billion if the market cap of that company goes up to $600, $700, $800 billion. And so I think, you know, I'm sure like Bernie Sanders is probably, and Elizabeth Warren are probably up in arms about this, but as a shareholder, I'm fine with Elon Musk getting filthy rich and be, you know, richest person in world type of rich, as long as I'm kind of riding his coattail. So I think it's fine. Anyhow, happy Valentine's Day. Take your loved ones out. Tell them you love them. And have a great day and a great weekend.